Hello, good morning. Today is Monday, uh, March 30 at Dai Dang Monastery. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I would like to introduce this is my monk brother. His name is Thay Nhut. He's working with me in the bamboo church class. Here, right now, we're in the classroom. Yeah, it's a bamboo classroom.
Bamboo sprout.
Yeah, bamboo sprout. Thank you. Yeah, and since we request from the parents near and far, we're going to do the online class for our children by Dharma discussion or Dharma talk. It means the Buddha teaching. So today is the first day. So I would like to introduce to you. This is Thầy Đăng Nhật. Every Monday, he's going to be here from 10 to 10:30 to address your need of the understand of the Buddha teaching. We understand that this time of the year, particular time of the year, we are going through the epidemic or pandemic. So we need to understand the Buddha teaching in order to apply to yourself and to get over. So I wish you to be healthy and soon get over the pandemic and go back to normal regular schedule. So I wish you and family are healthy, and I need your support. Yeah, support my younger brother. Listen to him and learn from him. Yeah, and he's been with us for years, and he become a bhikkhu. Bhikkhu is mean the full ordained in last year. So thank you very much for your help. So now, right now, I just leave the stage and then to give fully attention for my younger monk brother. Thank you.
Thank you,
Okay, thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the first day of our online course at the Bamboo Sprout for the youth group here at Dai Dang Monastery. My name is Thay Vien Dai Dang, and I will be giving our very first online course that everyone has been anticipating, and it's a pleasure to be here with everyone and to share my experience and a small little lecture on a way of living happily, honestly with yourself, especially in this current time. I'm truly blessed to have this opportunity to work with you guys. So stay tuned, continue to listen, okay? And if you have any questions, pause the video, think about it for a little bit, and try to learn from it on your own. And if you are still stuck, ask these questions, write them down, put them on a piece of notebook paper, and I will answer your questions more in depth next time. Okay, so today it is March, I believe it's March 30th, right? Yes, March 30th, and it's a Monday. 10:30 a.m. 10:30 a.m. is when we finish our daily chores here at Dai Dang Monastery. There's a lot to be appreciative of in this current time. You know, there is a huge outbreak in disease due to the virus, and it's concerning a lot of people all over the world. The US is getting hit, you know, has been affected the most, I believe, but the actions, and we're taking lots of the president is taking a lot of action to make it better. And so this is important to understand and to stay hopeful, continue to be mindful and happy during this stressful time. And I welcome each and every one of you, those that I know, those that are just joining in today, and welcome to the welcome to Jupnong, the youth group class. During this time, everything that we do, when we put on the news, when we change our channel, it's all talking about the grave danger of going outside and to be staying inside, and what we can do to help stop the outbreak of spreading the virus to each other. And this is very important to know the precautions, the protocol that the president has issued to us. Pretty much it's important to stay sanitary, to stay safe from getting sick. This is and I've always been quite I've been very what is the word that I'm looking for? I'm looking for a word that clean and safety, to stay sanitary. So make sure that whenever you go use the bathroom, wash your hands after, and use sanitizer when you leave outside of the room, and don't bring your phone into the bathroom also. Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. Wash your hands often and use sanitizer to clean it even more. And so there's a lot of bad news going around, and this is just the reality of life, that sometimes there's going to be bad news, but it's your choice to be engulfed in all the negativity and bad news all around you. This is important to understand, is that you are in control of what comes in and what goes out into your mind, and this will have an effect of your reality and your state of mind. All the things that I speak about will be reality based, in reality based. It will be all the things that I will be speaking about today will be very accessible and easy to understand for the majority of people. There's not going to be any technical terms that you guys might not understand. It's just going to be normal language so that everyone can understand it. Love and compassion, training the mind to manifest the beautiful world that we have on the inside, transcribing it, relaying it out into the world. And this is how you make your dreams come true. This is how you live in a beautiful world, exactly as you see it inside your mind. And so it all starts with what you feed your mind. What are you feeding your mind? What are you eating? Okay? And how are you loving your body? And so this is all a part of transforming the mind and the body. And so you understand that everything on the news is very bad now. And so every day people get engulfed with it, right? They listen to the news and they read about it on their phone, on the TV, and they talk about it with their friends and family, everyone is talking about. This is a epidemic. This is a huge thing that's going on. And so by doing this, we are attracting all the negative just by thinking about it. And so if you let go of that by not worrying about it, by knowing the absolute truth, and the absolute truth is the fact that sickness is a part of it. And we have already disclosed the precautions of what to do to stay as healthy as we can. So don't touch our family, don't touch each other, because that's how germs are spread. And when you sneeze or cough, make sure to cough in your elbow or on your sleeves or something. Don't in your hands. And so this is just pretty much common sense. And so don't touch, try to not touch anything as much as you can. But obviously humans, we need to use our body to grab things, and so just try to minimize it as much as you can. That's all that we can ask for, because we don't want to overstress our mind also by thinking, okay, if I do this, this is going to affect this, and it will continue to cause more pain for other people. Just do as much as you can in the most effective way that you can do. And so I've jotted down a few things that we can discuss about today in the half an hour to an hour that we have together to keep our minds purified during this hard time in the US, along with globally all over the world. And we can do this together. We are one. And so it's important to understand who we are and how we are connected with each other. And so everyone has a mind. Everyone has thoughts roaming in our mind. And so we got to see how common, all the things that we have in common with each other, to understand that we are from one mind conscious. This is the consciousness that we live in, and to understand that we must come from a love and compassion way, from a compassion point of view, rather than a view in which separates each other. And so I want to talk to you guys about a number of things. Okay, I'm just going to read out a few things that I've jotted down, and then I will elaborate a little bit more to make it more of a worthwhile experience for you guys here today. I do hope that you guys have had a great night's sleep, not sleeping too late, and being able to wake up in the morning and take some time for yourself, because during this epidemic, we have a lot of time for ourselves, and this is a gift. This is a beautiful thing that we have right now. We have the most time for ourselves. A lot of the schools are closed down, and parents are they're not going to work due to the prevention of the virus, and this should bring us a lot closer with one another. Although we can't go outside, but there's a lot of things that we can do inside, and this is the perfect opportunity for us to start learning about our children, learning about our parents, learning about ourselves, and appreciating the time that we have, the precious time that we have currently. Being aware that our time is limited and it's within one breath. If we take a breath in and we're unable to exhale, everything is gone. And so appreciating the time and the breath, each breath that you take should give you a better and meaningful understanding of reality and how to live more effectively. And during this epidemic, we can see thousands of people are sick in the hospital. Everything is closed down. We have to have a loving compassion for those who are suffering. By doing this, we just open our hearts to them. We don't need to get frustrated, because that is coming from a negative place. And so all we must do is show love in the actions that we do. If we practice mindfulness, awareness during our time with our family, we will start to understand that we appreciate everything more. And by doing this, and every meal that we have, every breath that we take in, and every beautiful thing that we can imagine, that we can attract, we bring all this beautiful things that we have to the heart, and we transcend that to inject that, to spread that love for all of humanity, all those who are suffering, and all those that need it. And in this way, we are giving out an abundance amount of energy and love to all those who need it during this time. This is a very powerful thing, and you must believe that you can do this, because everyone has the potential on being the Buddha. And so if you appreciate it, and if you take your time to strive and know who you are, and spreading the love of compassion and the love for yourself and all of humanity, this in itself is spreading all the things that needed to be spread without you doing anything that you need to do. But during this time, you can make your house beautiful. You can clean up mindfully. So I will discuss a little bit how you can do this in the most effective way. And so usually when you're cleaning up your room, or the dishes, or just doing anything for your parents, you do it because they told you to do it, right? And you feel like they're controlling you, and you feel that you don't want to do it, because when somebody tells you what to do, you have this feeling of like, I'll do that later. Procrastination is your worst enemy. Procrastination is when you delay it. You tell yourself that, okay, I'll do it tomorrow or in a few minutes, and time is of the essence. Time is very precious. There is no tomorrow. There is no later. And so when you appreciate each moment, when you take life honestly, more mindfully, you will do things without any thought, and you'll do it with pure love and joy and happiness, because in whatever it is that you're doing, there is peace, there is fulfillment and enjoyment right there, if you are aware. And a state of awareness is simply by doing it and not letting the mind roam where it wants to. And if it does, I hope that it's in a place of positivity and beautiful imagination. I hope that it's in from a good and loving place. And so don't worry about anything, because you don't need to change anybody. You don't need to change the world, and nobody needs to do what you believe they need to do. when you're able to notice your mind and be aware of the thoughts that is arising, and bringing this mindfulness awareness into play by noticing it, each thought that is arising, whether it's positive or negative, this will already give you the training in doing everything that you needed to do. And so in the beginning of my journey as a monk here at Dai Dang Monastery, in the beginning, so you know, I speak English, a lot of English, and I know very little in Vietnamese, but the one thing that I have an advantage of is that before I became a monk, I would listen to a lot of Dharma lectures from many Dharma teachers in Vietnamese, and so a lot of the Vietnamese I can understand, because the more you listen to it, the more you listen to the language, you start to understand, and when you listen, you can see if it's a positive thing that they're trying to say. You kind of can guess what they're trying to say with the words and stuff. And so this is what has helped me to understand more of what they say. And even before that, I watched a lot of Hong Kong Vietnamese dubbed movies, series, dramas in Vietnamese, like The Journey to the West, and the Bố Đại Hòa Thượng, Tại Du Ký, and Thiên Long Bát Bộ. There's a lot of Hong Kong movie series that I watch, which allows me to have a better understanding of the Vietnamese language. Although my speaking in Vietnamese, how I communicate in Vietnamese is not the greatest, I will admit, but the point is that, are we able to understand the Dharma and put it into practice, put it into a part of our livelihood, our living, our training is in every day. It's not when we meditate, when we sit down and meditate, all straight and aligned and very strict, that we are practicing the meditation. No, in fact, meditation is a way of living in the fourth state of humanhood, as in walking, sitting, laying, and sleeping too. Right? So in the beginning, I would attend, the chanting. Most of the chanting in Vietnamese, at first I didn't understand because there's no translation of it, and I had to try to imagine what it is, and you see, it's interesting because people would tell me that you're not going to become a monk for long, or that it's going to be very difficult for you to continue being a monk. And I can see why they have come to this conclusion. But it's up to you if you want it badly enough, right? And it's a beautiful thing, and it should give you the encouragement of doing better, striving for better in life. Whether that's a good and positive thing that people are telling you, or whether that's a bad thing that they're telling you, all things that people are telling you are things that is about you. If they problems and questions are not just in school, but it's a part of your journey in life, and you're here to overcome and answer in the best way that you can those answers by yourself, and learn from it and do better from it. And so if someone says that you know, let's see, you're unable to do something, well, you can sit there and accept what they have planted into your mind, or you can use it to your advantage and grow and learn from it. Be like, okay, you know, that critique, they might have a point. I will work on it. And you have to ask yourself, am I learning enough about myself, or is there some things to learn more about myself? And if you take in what they say and ask yourself the question, the answer will come to you. You know, in order for you to find the answer, you must ask the question. By asking the question, it will give you the direction you want. But if you don't even ask the question, you just think about it, and you get frustrated about it. Why are they doing this? And you're not asking yourself, oh, do I need to improve in this? Is this really what I need to improve? You know, all these important things is to change yourself. And a part of this reality is that we are always changing. In fact, everything in this world is constantly changing. But in change, there is good and there's bad. On the other side of the rainbow, after the rain falls, the sun comes shining brighter than ever. The four walls that we have here in Bell Sprout class, it is constantly moving. Although you think you from a distance you see as if there's no movement, but without movement and change, cells won't be able to, microscopic cells won't be able to vibrate to each other in order to work with one another. The cells will create form, and form will create what we see as solid, and these walls are solid in a figurative manner, but deep inside they're changing, they're moving rapidly. And in change, it's not permanent, as in it's not staying at one spot, it's always different. And it's a beautiful thing, because a part of change is a part of growing. Part of growing is to understand that we are always growing, we are always a student, and there's lots of things to learn. Learning is a process, never-ending process, and with open arms we will learn, and we will give out, and we will let go of all the desire that is holding us down. You know, change is letting go, right? And so we can process it. We, as monks, as people who are practicing on this journey, we are just like everyone else out there. The only difference is that we see the goal. We have a determination in the path that we are heading. We are determined to get there, no matter what comes. And so by doing this, we follow the rules here at the monastery. You know, we don't lie, we don't steal, we don't have adultery, we don't, you know, all the 5 things that we need to work about all the time. And this will help us align ourselves in the right direction. And so back to the overstressing, the overstressing, um, the overwhelming amount of negative news that's happening, be sure to understand that right now we are facing difficult times. But right on the other side, on the edge, we are right there. That things are going to turn over, and when they turn over, the sun will shine brighter than ever, and we have to believe that. We can't let the negative take control. In fact, we have to take control of the situation and be like, I'm determined to know and realize that it is beautiful right now. I'm living in a state of mindfulness, in a state of pure perfection, by not letting all of the negative thoughts roam, and not being affected by other people's positive affect me and boost my ego, but just being well aware of the fact that things are happening and I am changing. People think that as you grow, you get older. Well, age, time, it's exponentially growing. But you can grow backwards. You can grow younger, and it's all in your mind. Some people, as an old person, they get dwelled in the past, right? And they get angry, they get not happy, they don't smile a lot, and they're always thinking about changing others, but they don't change themselves. And so typically that's how you see it in movies, and you see it maybe with your family, grandparents. Maybe they don't have the opportunity to learn about the Dharma or connect themselves spiritually. But we are very fortunate to have the Dharma, to have the mind of eagerly searching for who we are. And by searching, we are not searching, but by being mindfully aware of what we're doing, where we are, is the search. And in the search, there's the ending of the search. Because we will realize who we are in the state of living. And so I encourage you guys to dive deep into your souls, into your heart, to your heart center, and spread more love rather than questions of the unknown, and being dwelled in the negative aspects of our society, of the negative vibrations that the world is being engulfed by, being influenced by. There's a lot of YouTubers that is in this state of awareness, and so you can find it. You can find yourself, and you can surround yourself by positive people everywhere. We're in this great generation in which we want something, we can have it. If we want the answer to something, we can ask, we can find it. And Google is very helpful, but everything has two sides to it. Google can be the worst enemy. It's like a genie, right? It's like a god that if we ask something, we will be able to find the answer to. But it's also being controlled by the government in some way, shape, or form. If not little, then a lot. If not a lot, then a little. And so we have to use our right mind and differentiate whether it's the truth or not. And we will know the truth when we see it. When we're able to just focus on the goal, the journey will show itself. And so I encourage you guys to use this time effectively. Wake up in the morning and stretch, work out. Don't play with your phone right away. Wake up. You can set up an alarm, and if you're able to wake up in the morning and turn off your alarm and not go on Facebook, that is a sure sign that you're being aware of your mind, not letting that sense of want to do something control you. And when you're able to do this, you have got the keys to reality. You're in control. And this is the Buddha way. This is the way that you open your Buddha nature by knowing exactly what you're doing, by hearing the sounds of truthfulness, the sound of the absolute truth, the sound that has no sound, the sound that when you cover your ears, that has always been there. It's who you are. When you close your eyes, who is seeing? Who is looking into the frame right now? You already have everything that you need, my friends. And I hope that this goes to each and every one of my young friends and teenage friends and adult friends, monks, brothers, sisters, and all the Varnables who has the opportunity to view the small little lecture, small little video that we have today. This is gonna get better, and there's nothing to worry about. Only worry about what is going into your mind. There's a lot of news out there, and it's pretty catastrophic, to be honest, though. So have precaution of what to do, like learn about growing food in your backyard, having the bare minimum, learn to eat effectively, nuts, stock up on the right kind of food, and with the best that you can, have water, stay sanitary, and attract the positive things, the positive thoughts and energy, videos, pictures, and everything that you might search on the web. Attract the positive rather than the negative news. And to be aware, you have this time to play with the dogs, your animals at home if you have some. Get in touch with learning a new skill, or drawing, or singing. You guys can start singing, dancing, all of the arts, performing arts. It's important to get back into your creative state of mind. If your school is still encouraging you to do homework and stuff, don't give up. Homework and learning is important for your future, in many ways. But as long as you know what kind of job that you want, though, and we will talk about that in the next video, next time that I have the opportunity to speak with you guys. It's been wonderful, and I hope that you guys have learned a few things. And so when you wake up in the morning, if you're able to turn off your phone and if you're able to sleep early the day before and wake up in the morning early, turn off your phone without distractions or going to Facebook or Instagram or any of the news, that means that you're well on your way in changing yourself and changing the world. Changing yourself is changing the world. You can make this reality what you want. Everything is in the palm of your hands. It's whether you want it or not. All right? You can change the world just as I am changing the world right now. My friends, thank you for joining me on a beautiful day. We will see each other very soon in the next time that we have the opportunity to see each other again. My name is once again Nhut, and it's a pleasure. I wish you well-being, perfect health, many blessings in all forms and ways, love and compassion always in your heart, spreading it through all Satan beings all across the universe, being one with your true mind and engulfing the Buddha nature. Namo Phakbongsu Kamuni. Take care, my friends. See you in the next one.